What's up, boys? I'm going to show you guys how to make Italian brain rot automatically using AI so you don't have to do any of it yourself, because this is, if you do this all by yourself and you're making these videos, you're going to lose your mind in about 10, not even 10 minutes, 10 seconds. You're going to actually lose it.
No,
Yeah, no, you don't.
no.
No one should be editing these. Do it all automatically so you don't lose your sanity. So in here, I have the system built out in N8N, which I'll walk through everything inside of it. Basically, what it's going to do is come from a Google Sheet module, come into a basic LLM chain, which is going to have a prompt in it, which I'll show. And that's going to give it all the criteria for all the characters, the audio we want, and the guidelines, and then some examples. Come here and do an OpenAI message module, which is going to basically send that through so it can get sent into to generate the image from the text. Send that to a image to video, text to sound, so it takes the text from the basic LLM, and once the OpenAI module translates that, it's going to send it to text to sound, generate that sound, save it into Google Drive. Then it's all going to come together into this merger, which is going to render it and completely edit the image for us and make it all so we can go back into our Google Sheet. And it's going to have the link here. Once it's done, it'll update it automatically. So here we have done walking on the beach. The first one is a shark with legs with sneakers running away from the police cars. So if we come here and we click this link, you're left with the result.
No, la polizia, no.
And I just generated that all through this system. So I will go step by step and show you guys where you guys can find everything and everything you need. So starting here, we have the Google Sheet, which is going to be set up, and we have it saved as a template. So this template, if you want it, if you go down the link to the description, if you come into here, I have the Italian Brain Rot Creator. So it has all the links for everything you need to start, and has the prompt to research the ideas that you want to generate. This has the criteria for how we're going to input it into the Google Sheet. So the very first thing we're going to want to do is, if you come here to the Google Sheet template and you click here, all you have to do is go to File, make a copy, save it to yourself, and then you have this. After that's done, that's all set up, and you import the Google Sheet module, you're going to come into a basic LLM chain. Here we have the prompt set user message for the idea from that Google Sheet module. Here we have a system chat message, and we're going to take this prompt, which I have written out. It's going to take the key Italian brain rot characters. It has a description of what they look like, what they're usually doing, and where they usually are, and what they're usually saying. So we have all of them from Tralala Tralala, Bombadillo Crocodillo, Tung 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 Sahur, Ballerina Cappuccina, La, dude, I just butchered that one. Chimpazzini Bananini, Glordo, yeah, you get the point. So we have all of them set in here, so it knows what they are, what's looking for. Then we have the audio generator right here, which is going to, I give it some examples, and it's going to take those and insert it into 11 Labs. Then we have some more examples here, so it understands what it's doing. And then we have the keywords that we want it to follow. So that can all be found right in here in the link in the description if you go there. So in here you have the system prompt to generate titles. This is the entire thing. You can just copy it and then insert it into this LLM chain, and you can set it up and just paste it right into the expression. Once that's done, you're going to want to insert a tool. We have an OpenAI chat tool, and then a item list output parser. So here you're going to want to do number of items. Just this depends on how many you have in your Google Sheet. So I only have 5, so I did 5. In this OpenAI module, you're going to do ChatGPT 4o Mini, which is what I'm using. This is the best one I've found from past experience. So moving on, you're going to then continue on to an OpenAI message module. In here, you're going to set it also to ChatGPT 4o Mini. You're going to connect your OpenAI account, which the link to do that is found right here. If you click this link, you can make an account and set it up, and it'll give you your API key. Once you're in there, all you're going to do is add your account. It's all incorporated in N8N, so it's super easy. Then you're going to do text, message module, GPT 4o Mini, and then here you have the expression, which we have some more context to what we want, some more. This is basically explaining how we want the images and the videos to be generated. So we have some more important guidelines how we want this to be created, some more examples. If you come back into here, into system prompt generate prompts, it's all right here. So you can copy it and you're good to go. And before I get too ahead of myself, if you want to not go through the trouble of building this all out one by one, if you come into N8N and open a new workflow and you come to these three dots right here and click import from file, under the Italian Brain Rot Creator in here, I have the JSON saved, so you can download this, click import from file, open, and it automatically builds it all up. So all you have to do is set up the API keys, which is super easy, and then you're good to go. Moving on, after we go through the OpenAI module, it's going to come to text to image, which is going to use Pipey, which I have a link for it, which is this link right here. You're going to make an account. You're going to insert this link right here. It's going to be a post method, which it has the link you want to paste there is right here. And then you're going to go down, select send headers using fields below. You're going to insert your API key, which is found in that link. And then you're going to come down to the body, which is going to be the JSON that you want. And you're just going to copy this JSON and insert it right here. And then you're going to select message content from the previous step, which is coming from this OpenAI module. After the text to image is done, you're going to come into this wait node. You're going to set it to 3 minutes because the text has to generate the image and it takes some time. So we're going to set that to 3 minutes so it doesn't rush it and then it times out and messes everything up. Then you're going to come to get image and you're going to insert this link right here, which is the task, which is the exact same as this link right here, but we're going to add the data JSON task ID from the previous step and we're going to drag it right here. Then you're going to insert your API key. Once that's done, you're going to come to image to video. So this is HTTP request. So we're going to do a post method and we're going to insert this link right here, which you can find under Cling. Insert that and you can copy this JSON right here. And you're going to come down to the send body, raw application JSON. And then in here, you just insert that JSON right here. For the prompt, you're going to do data.input prompt. And then here you're going to, for the image URL, you're going to do JSON data output image URL. Once that's done, you're going to come into another wait module and you're going to set it to 5 minutes because the image to video can take a little bit longer than the text to image. So after this time interval is done, it's going to take that video right here and you're going to do the same thing as the last step to generate the image. You're going to take that link found right here and you're going to add data task ID right here for the previous step and you're going to do send headers. You're going to input your API key. Once that's done, you're going to come text to sound and this is going to be using 11 Labs. So you're going to click this and you're going to take this URL right here, which you can find right here. You paste that into there, do send headers using fields below, XI API key, and then you're going to insert your API key, which you can find the link, which the link to 11 Labs API URL is right here. After you sign up, you click this link and it'll take you to your API key. Once you have your API key, you're going to go to raw application JSON and you're going to input this JSON right here, which you can find right here. This is the exact JSON that you want to copy and paste into this node. Once that's done, you're going to move on to save file and you're going to add your Google Drive account, which you just log in. For resource, you're going to input file, operation, upload. For the input data field name, you're going to put data. Then you're going to do the task ID .mp3 so it knows it's saving it as a audio and not a MP4 or whatever. Once that's done, you're going to do My Drive. You're going to save it to a folder that you have added into Google. And then you're going to do a share file node. Once you're in this, you're going to hook up that same Google Drive account, resource file, operation share. By ID, you're going to add that JSON ID from right here. You're going to add that JSON ID and then role, writer, type, anyone, allow, file, discovery. And before I get too ahead of myself, If you come into here, there's a video. If you have any troubles hooking up your Google Drive to N8N, if you click this link right here, it will take you to a video that will walk you through and help you if you have any issues. Once that's done, we're going to come to a merger. So you're going to want to combine them like so. You're going to want to have the basic LLM chain in the input 1. You're going to want to have the text and audio sound as number 2. Number 3 is going to be share file, and then number 4 is going to be get video. So once you have that all done, you're going to send it into a code list. Here we want to list the elements. So if you go into it's going to be a code list node. So if you double click this, you're going to set it to run once for all items. Language JavaScript, and then here for the code, you can find that right here, and you just copy and paste that into the system. Once that's done, you're going to connect through Creatomate. So if we come into here, we're going to make it a post method, and we want this URL right here, which if you go back into the documentation, we have the link and then followed by the JSON that we need. So you're going to take this JSON, come to Creatomate, you're going to want to do templates, you want to do a new template, you're going to want to do start from scratch, you're going to want to do 9:16 vertical, create template, and then once we're in here, you're going to want to go to source editor, and it's going to have all this code. You can just remove this and paste, and now this has our saved template right here, so it has all the stuff that we need. Once you have that template laid out and this URL inserted, you're going to do send headers, and you're going to do using fields below authorization. You want to have this typed out exactly as it is, and then you're going to want to insert your API key right here. For the name, we're going to do content-type. Make sure you have the capital letters where they are. Application-JSON, and then send body raw application JSON, and then right here for the body for that JSON, you can find it right here, and you just copy and paste it like so. The links to everything is found right here. So from N8N to the Google Sheet template, the OpenAI module for ChatGPT, the Poppy workspace. This is to get your API key. Once you make an account, there'll be a option to grab that and insert it. 11 Lab sign up if you don't have one already. This is the URL for that. You just click this, and then tutorial on connecting the Google Drive if you have issues, and then to sign up for Creatomate right here, and then you can insert that. So one last step under the Creatomate node, if you come into here, and then you're going to come into the JSON. Now under the JSON, it says template ID. This value right here, you're going to want to copy from that template you just made in Creatomate. So if you come back into Creatomate and you select these 3 dots right here, hit use template, API integration, you're going to copy this value right here, and you're going to insert that right into the template ID inside of N8N. So once that's done, it's going to send back to Google Sheets, and in here we have it hooked up to the Google account. Sheet within update row, we're going to want to select that same Google Sheet as before, and we're going to want to map each column manually, column to match on, ID, and right here we're going to want to do the Google Sheet JSON ID value. Once that's done, we're going to add idea, caption, production, environmental prop, publishing, and final output. For the publishing, we're going to switch that to 4, publishing, production, done. As you can see here for production, it says done, publishing, for publishing. So we know that's working. And then for the final output, you're going to put the JSON URL that's going to give you from Creatomate. So once that's done, it will upload it right here. And that's it. Now you know how to make Italian brain rot videos, and now you can generate them and post them automatically without doing a single thing. And if you guys have any problems, feel free to leave a comment. If you guys are interested in this, you guys want more AI systems, I have 20 plus systems right here that you can go to and download everything, and all the documentation that you need is found just like this one right here. So you can download it, set it all up, it has all the links you need, and you're good to go. Anyways, thanks for watching. Bye.